think it was really an explosion in our city that, I mean, something that even, it happened 2 years before I was alive, and it's something that still is heavy in our hearts. I mean, this was a time where you saw a lot of really unacceptable, unconscionable things going on, including the fact that even in a lot of the reports, they still can't even account for all the rounds of bullets that were used, For me, when I was coming up as just a city council person, meeting family members that were still grieving over the loss of their family member during the rebellion, during the riots, it's a very real thing. We still need healing, and a lot of the things that led into not just the explosions in Newark, but all over our country, a lot of the overtly racist policies, the redlining, police community relations, pouring. New Jersey is one of these places. So let's put all of the public housing in one area as opposed to spreading it all out. A lot of these very conscious policies that created dense pockets of poverty, walled in by a de facto segregation of sorts. There's a survivor element to Newark that folks who came through that period of history that didn't give up on their city, even though many other people were. It's one of the most inspiring things about being a Newarker that I have, is that you see this, the people that are older than me, this grit, this toughness, this resiliency. And so I always said when I was mayor, I said they call this Brick City, and it's not because of the architecture, even though it is. Originally, that's where the nickname came from. But for me, this is Brick City because the people are like those bricks. There's a toughness, there's a resiliency, there's a strength. And when we come together, there's nothing we can't achieve, even under these hostile conditions. And the rebuilding of Newark is really not a testimony to leadership, it's a testimony to grassroots folks who just kept believing, despite what people said about them, despite what people demeaned them or degraded the city, they kept seeing the greatness of Newark. And I'm glad to see that that's happening, and more people are realizing, more people are discovering it now.